Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Warframe. This is pretty much the final frame of Warframe, at least for this series on this channel. Because, let's face facts. We've hit a wall, or I've hit a wall rather, and no matter how much play I do offline or without recording it, the same thing happens. I just keep hitting a wall and failing to progress. So, there's that. The footage in the background here is just me fishing because I've... not to go into it because it's irrelevant and doesn't really relate to the video precisely, but I've had so many problems with my microphone not working and USB ports failing and all this kind of jazz, so screw it, I'm just recording this afterwards. Because this is basically a send-off for the series. This is just a short video to cap off my experience with Warframe as a single player, or a solo player I should say. Because I feel like that's where it all comes down to the pros and the cons. Is if you're a single player or if you're someone who likes to play more multiplayer and you're more active in seeking out other players and that sort of thing. Because playing Warframe made me think a lot about when I used to play vanilla World of Warcraft. And I played World of Warcraft from vanilla through to Burning Crusade, and that's basically where I stopped. And I stopped playing after that and just haven't gone back because, you know, that's a big time investment, that game. And, you know, there's a monthly fee involved and all that kind of thing. But regardless of that, Warframe's free, so that's cool. You know, even if you want to spend money, even if you don't, it's all good. But unlike the thing I liked about World of Warcraft, and the thing I like about the traditional MMO kind of, I guess, model or systems, is that they can be played solo. They take a bit more grinding because you've got to try and out-level your opponents rather than just meet them at the correct level or even under-leveled. But if you're playing something like World of Warcraft solo, you can do it because it takes you a little bit longer because you've got to grind your way up to gain XP and all that kind of thing and just kind of end up with more power than your enemies. But it's very doable. Occasionally, though, you do have to still do some dungeons and that sort of thing. I remember in World of Warcraft grinding through, I forget the dungeon, I think it was like the Scarlet Keep or... No, I think that is a dungeon, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. It's like the Skeleton Keep or... Basically, the one where you have to go and complete the dungeon in order to unlock the Warlock's epic mount. Back in the day, back in vanilla. Or maybe that was a Burning Crusade thing, I can't remember, but either way it was back then. And you got the epic mount, which was the hell horse, the demon horse that was on fire and all that kind of thing. And I played a warlock, and so, you know, I had to go do that dungeon. And so I was part of a guild, which was easy enough to find and get a part of, so I knew a few people, and we used to just help each other out when we needed more than one person to do stuff. So that's the way it worked. And that was a good system, because it was kind of like, okay, if anyone's around, we can help each other out and all that kind of thing. Not to say that Warframe doesn't have those systems, because Warframe does. It's got clans and dojos and all this kind of stuff. But the problem I have with the way they've implemented it is that it's really hard to actually find any clans or kind of browse a clan list or, you know, search for clans based on interests or something. Like, perhaps I want a clan that is a group of solo players who are just very casual but are willing to help each other out when you need a group. So, you know, that would be a good thing to search for. But unfortunately, there's no way to search for clans or any of that kind of thing, or even request to join a clan. You've basically got to keep an eye on the chat box, and when people start, you know, spruiking their clan, you've got to go, ooh, can I join? And then they've got to add you, which, I don't know, it's a bad system, and I'm not going to join a clan just because someone's writing about it in chat, you know, like, it seems just counterintuitive to me. It seems like anti-social in a way, because it all becomes a bit exclusive and all that kind of thing. And I guess I'm a bit down on it because my single player experience has been that without a dojo that helps you research new things and weapons and all that kind of stuff, or blueprints and all that kind of stuff, and without a clan of people to talk to and rely on and that sort of thing, and, you know, play with and do group quests with and that sort of thing, it's not... I don't mind being on my own, But what I do mind is that I can't just outgrow the limitations of being on my own. Whereas, you know, even dungeons in World of Warcraft, when you get to a certain level, you can solo them no problem because they stay the same level no matter what. So, you know, I used to do that just for fun. Is once I was max level, I'd just go do some low-level dungeons just for the hell of it and just blitz my way through, killing everything, not worrying. So, you know, you can always overcome any obstacle in that sort of scenario. Whereas in Warframe, it's very much because of the amount of grinding involved. And then once you've maxed out your Warframe and you've maxed out all your weapons and stuff, you're still pretty weak source because you're probably, like me, you're only a mastery rank of 5 or something. And to get to higher mastery ranks is not too difficult, but a little bit beyond the level that I'm at. But it would be possible with groups. But then I don't want to play with just pickup groups, and I don't want to... I hate doing voice chat with, you know, complete strangers. I never do that. That's just not on the cards for me. It's not fun. And, yeah, I've kind of reached my limit of this is what I find fun in Warframe. And everything else is kind of gated by things I don't find fun. And that's cool. I don't want to sound like I'm just totally bitching about this game, which is free and beautiful and really well made and really well put together and really well supported. Because I'm not. I still enjoy it. And I'll still jump in every now and then to do some stuff like fishing or whatever, because I find it enjoyable, and it's a cruisy kind of way to play with my Warframes and basically play Space Barbies. Which I know is kind of half the point of the game anyway. But, I guess I just wanted to make this little video to cap off this group of videos that I've been making about Warframe, to kind of say, hey, okay, we've figured out what's going on. We know what's happening with mods now. We know what happens with upgrading mods and leveling up mods and different power slots and all that kind of stuff. We know what's happening with the whole grind of resetting your Warframe's progress so that you can upgrade a slot on your mod capacity and all that kind of stuff. I don't have the terminology down, but hey, it's there. So, and it's also partly because I've had a look around at other people who've just started playing Warframe and stuff with the latest updates and things, and they have steamed ahead. Like, they're already mastery rank like 15, 20 and up, because they've been playing with clans and because they've got a big audience who will follow them and that sort of stuff and help them out. So, you know, or they've just spent shitloads of money on platinum. But I'm not really interested in that. So, you know, it's kind of like, you can steam ahead if you're dedicated and if you're super social. And at the end of the day, I've just got to accept that that's not me. Like, I would love a tailored single-player campaign sort of sandbox game in this style of Warframe. Like a Warframe 2, which is like, I don't know, a single-player version. But that's obviously not what the game is. It's like asking for a single-player version of WoW or something. It's like, that's just not what it is. It's a multiplayer experience. So I just wanted to say that I've really enjoyed getting to where I am, but I've kind of got as far as I can go, and as far as I'm going to get. So as much as I'll still dip in every now and then, this is kind of the end. There's nothing more interesting that's going to happen. It's going to be very, very grindy from now on, and very repetitive, because the only missions that I've got that are available to me that I can actually complete are repeating the same ones that I've done before. So, you know, not very interesting. But with that, I would highly recommend checking it out. If you've watched any of these videos, you'll know what the game's about and what sort of stuff is going on. So I would say go for it, play it, find some friends if you're so inclined. And yeah, enjoy. And I hope you've enjoyed kind of learning about it along the way, just as I have. So maybe you've picked up a few tips, maybe I've picked up some as well, because I feel like I've got to the point now where I know the game well enough that I can continue playing it happily and casually without feeling overwhelmed. And that was kind of the point of getting into this anyway, and making it a bit of a series. So, hey, as far as I'm concerned, objective complete. Achievement get. So yeah, nothing more for me to say other than thanks so much for watching, and keeping up if you have. Check out the channel if you want to see some other stuff, because I generally just post videos that I find interesting, or games that I find interesting. It's very casual, so yeah, enjoy. And I'll see you somewhere else on another vid another time. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.